it's Elisa. I wanted to pop in here really quick and go live and talk to you girls about something that I think makes such a difference in your journey. So this could totally apply to fitness, but it could also apply if you're in business. So if you're a boss babe, or just one of our brave babes doing our workouts. Like honestly, what's so incredible to me, I have people ask me like, what do you do if you feel like you want to quit? Or what do you do if you feel like you're just not in it that day? Like you have no motivation left. How do you still show up every day? How do you still get your workout in? How do you still wake up or, do your work? As a coach, obviously, right? We show up every day. We're doing our own workouts. We're following our own meal plans. We're balancing family life and work life. And we have to, maybe create social media posts or invite people to join our fit tribes. But what if we just aren't feeling it, right? So I have a lot of people who tend to, I think, wonder if I have those days too. And I have to tell you guys, I've been doing this now for a little over 2.5 years. To be completely honest with you, which you guys know, I'm never anything but I literally, obviously have those days still. And I would say the longer you do this, the longer you're in a fitness routine or the longer you've been doing personal development or self-development and, forcing yourself to read positive things instead of turning on crappy television or, forcing yourself to make the right food choice when all you want is a donut. The longer you do it, I can tell you that those days where you're tempted not to show up do become fewer and further between, right? You start creating habits around healthy things, right? And it's a lot easier to say no to the other stuff because it just doesn't come up as much when you've kind of broken those unhealthy habits. But the same is true for working out as it is for your business, where if you show up every single day, the longer you do that, the more momentum you're creating, honestly. And as you create that momentum, right, at some point you start to make it over the hill. And it's really crazy because I was actually talking to one of my mentors, Keisha, who is also a coach with us, on our greater team. And she was talking about how she was talking to some of the top coaches in the network. And I've honestly heard the same thing in some of our masterminds who are saying that, they didn't see real momentum. They didn't feel like there was a big shift or a big difference in their business until they hit around year 4. Some of them were saying year 6. Lots of them were saying year 7. And what's so crazy to me, right, is that I think as you continue to go, as you continue to build these healthy habits or build these business and boss babe habits, things begin to change and shift in your what's the word I'm looking for? In your favor. So when these things do shift, you're able to start showing up in just these incredible ways. Let me make sure you guys right now I'm oh, am I still there? Hi. So things can start to shift in these really incredible ways. Sorry, I didn't want the phone. Jay just got in the car and sometimes my Bluetooth connects. So hopefully you guys can hear me. But things start to shift in these super awesome ways where all of a sudden, all the things that you used to do, that used to feel so hard, suddenly aren't hard anymore. And you start learning, and adapting to new challenges, right? So when I first started in my first Fit Tribe, I did 21 Day Fix as my very first program. I was really nervous that I wouldn't be able to do the workouts. I had horrible back pain. I had a really crappy knee from playing soccer for 20 years. My back, I'd basically been in a really bad car wreck, so I had multiple bulging discs in my back. I had bulging discs in my neck. I was battling an autoimmune disease. I was a single mom. I was really busy. I had no money. All of these things were standing in my way, and just the thought of pressing play for 21 days and even getting through 21 days worth of half-hour-long workouts was overwhelming to me. I wasn't sure I could do it, but I kind of an inch at a time, right? And that's the thing with this business or with your challenge groups that you have to always realize, and just with life in general, right? You guys have to give yourself credit where credit is due and work 1 inch, 1 day at a time. And so I started out with 21 Day Fix. I modified every single workout, you guys. I didn't use weights at all, like literally just used my body weight. I had to pause multiple times every single day. But instead of getting down on myself or comparing myself to other people who had maybe been working out consistently for 2 years and throwing in the towel and being like, well, it's so easy for them, why is it so hard for me? I stopped comparing my messy beginning, right, with their middle or their end journey, right? Because they'd already achieved the things I was trying so hard to achieve. But if I had really compared and like looked at myself and started judging myself against them, right, I would have thrown in the towel way too early. So what's so important for all of us to do is to remember that when you're seeing successful coaches or people in Fit Tribes who are posting their sweaty selfies every day, and you're just like, how do I like compare to these people? Or I can't do that because I couldn't imagine like going live in a team page. I could never be that person. You guys, I didn't see myself being this person 2.5 years ago either, like by any means in any universe. Okay, so like remember that this is a step at a time thing, and that the people who win at this, you guys, the people who win at life, like I am talking on like every level, right? It's not the people who don't fail. It's the people who know that the path to success is through failure, and that you're going to have to fail over and over again, and you're gonna have to keep trying, and you're gonna have to get back up, and you're gonna have to push through on those days that you don't want to push through, or that you don't want to do your workout, or you don't want to write a post, or you don't want to send invites. But again, what I think can get you through those days, when you have those days where you wake up and you're like, I don't want to do my workout, which for me still, by the way, I'm just like tangenting in my head, for me still is like 50% of the time I don't want to do my workout. But I know that the end result is me pressing play today is infinitely easier than it was 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago, I thought about it for 2.5 hours before I actually pressed play. Now today, I only, procrastinate for like 10, 15 minutes and then I press play. But whatever the case, right? It gets easier as you go, and it's tiny incremental changes. But over the course of, if you give it long enough, right? Over the course of 6 months or a year or 2 years or 2.5 years, which is as far as I've made it so far, but I cannot wait until we get to 5 years, 10 years, and you look back and you see how far you've come and how much easier it is today to do the things that when you started seemed impossible. So I wanted to come in and just give you guys that little glimmer of hope, to give you kind of some thought processes to go through when you start thinking about, maybe I should skip today, maybe I shouldn't show up in the ways that I know I should be showing up today. I want to encourage you to think about the long haul and think about the momentum that you're building now and whether or not that's actually worth giving up. Because I can tell you that in most cases, people quit before the magic happens as far as business, health, life, being a parent, any of that stuff goes. People quit because they're looking at that gap. They're looking at, where am I now and where do I want to be? And they're comparing themselves instead of just deciding firmly, it doesn't matter where I'm at now. I know where I'm going, and however long it takes me to get there, whatever kind of momentum I have to build to show up, that is what I'm going to be incrementally working on every day from here until then, whenever that is. So I wanted to give you guys that little bit. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, and hopefully this helps. And I think that's it. So I will talk to you guys soon. Happy Friday. Bye.